Hi guys! Today I'm going to be talking about emotional support. Now, emotional support is a big one. I've struggled with that. Emotional support is one of the biggest aspects of military life. And my parents have been really supportive throughout my whole journey so far. Of course, all you know, I've been dealing with my boyfriend being in the military. And I would need all the support I can get. And pretty much, emotional support was one of the big ones. It's not necessarily hard to talk about. It's just more self-explanatory, really. And I have gotten a lot of support. I've had a lot of support from my friends and family. My parents are actually proud of me. They're not just proud of my boyfriend, they're also proud of me because I found a really good guy. Which is true. I did find a really good guy. And all of the emotional stuff I went through, it's showing me that I'm stronger than what it looks. I have the willpower to overcome that task. And without the emotional support of my friends and family, this whole journey wouldn't have been possible. I'm happy with how far I've come. I came so far. And I'm not just going to quit it. He makes it worth it. Being with him makes this journey worthwhile. And with knowing me, I've went through a lot. And with a short amount of time, I went through a lot. Of course, I didn't take it well. And then now, my cat. Sorry. I'm stronger than ever. I'm emotionally ready. Because I did this before. I went through this before. And it's been one hell of a journey. Long, yes, but really worthwhile. I don't regret any part of this journey that I've been on for these last, let's see, about 4 months into this journey. I couldn't have been any happier. I'm just happy I get to hear from my boyfriend, because I actually just heard from him today. Boy, was I excited. I've never been so happy to hear from him, period. I've never been so happy. But every time I hear from him, my whole day just gets a lot better. He gradually gets my days to make it better. And he just makes me the happiest girl on earth. It's just really hard to explain on that. He supported me through a lot of my decisions, but I'm doing the same thing for him. He never, ever doubted me, nor did I ever doubt him. Emotional support is a really big one. He's not really dependent, he's really independent. He made this decision on his own, and I'm proud of him for that. I was more of an emotional wreck more than anybody, I admit. But being with him makes it just a bit easier. I mean, every time I have to say goodbye to him, it does not get easy. And when I usually ask for emotional support, I usually get it. I don't really ask for much. I really don't. I'm not necessarily the kind of person to ask for help. I I pretty much just keep things to myself. I've always been that way. No matter what, I always kept things to myself. No matter what the situation is, I always keep it to myself. No matter what it is. And it's going to be a tough thing to change. I have to start opening up better. I did not open up to anybody. Up until my boyfriend left for boot camp, that's when I pretty much came out of my shell. My shell was like completely tight. The shell around me was hard to break. But then as my boyfriend's time to go to boot camp gradually grew closer, the more I opened up. Like, I've never had that happen to me before. But this is the first time with me going through all of this. You wouldn't expect a girl age 18 and her boyfriend's 19. You would never expect him to go through this at this young of an age. But then yet, that means just more time. And I don't know what his future plans are so far. But he knows I'm proud of him. I've done nothing but support him through this whole entire process. And that's what means most to him. The support that all of us, my family and his own family, has given him. He knows I wasn't really happy about it at first, but then I would have to get over it. Which I am. And with all of the support our relationship has gotten, it's definitely something special. It means a lot, not just to me, but it also means a lot to him. Knowing me and him are happy together. I've never been this happy with anybody. He just pretty much lights up my world, lights up my day, makes every day worth living. If it wasn't for him, I don't know what I would be doing right now. I probably wouldn't be making this YouTube channel, you know? I wouldn't be wanting to go through it at that point, but I honestly did not expect myself to be in this position at this age. My parents didn't expect it either. But I'm emotionally capable of doing this. I just can't wait to see what the future has in store for the both of us. And I'm pretty sure it's going to be a bright one. He makes me the happiest girl on earth. And a life with him is beyond what I could have ever imagined it to be. I didn't expect myself to be living the military life, but it happens for a reason. God has it in for you. And with me, the emotional support that I've been getting is phenomenal. Like, I've had endless support. Not just from my family, not from just his family either, but my friends also, and his friends. His friends have been guiding me through it. My newest friends have been guiding me through it too, because they're going the exact same thing at the exact same time. Here I am, about day 26. It's feels like forever since I've seen him. He graduates at Camp Geiger on the 2nd of October. And then a day after graduation, he gets shipped off to 29 Palms in California. And he'll be there for 6 months. I'm planning on maybe taking a trip down there around my birthday, which is January. I don't know yet. I still have time to think about that, but not for a while. It's almost there. My birthday is about 3 months away almost. But back at the emotional support thing, all you gotta do is support. The I can't speak. The more support you show, the greater it's gonna be. I learned it from that. From day one, emotional support is key. You just gotta make the best of it. That's what I have to do every single day, even though I didn't want him to. I didn't want him to join the military. I didn't even expect him to join the military because I talked about it before, apparently. Well, I think I remember I did, but it's been a while. I think it was closer to the beginning of a relationship when he talked about it, but I thought nothing of it. And then I thought, I wouldn't decide to join the military or, well, whatever. But I didn't go through with it. I was only 17. I couldn't really, I would have to get parental consent for that. My parents were not too happy about that decision, and I talked to him about it. And he's like, you talked me out of the military, but yet you considered joining. I'm like, well, it's not for sure. And then he twists it all around. Keeps the secret from me, joins the military, and then lets me know that he's sworn in. I'm like, this is what I get as a consequence. I get. But now, since it's already happened, this journey has been the best journey I've ever went through. There's nothing like it. I feel like him and I will go pretty far. The emotional support, well, the support in general, it's amazing. It's amazing what support can do. I'm just happy where I am at today. If it wasn't for him, and if it wasn't for my family, I wouldn't know where or what position I would be at this point. I know I wouldn't be going through all of this. That's for sure. But seriously, there's no one like Austin. My Austin. Never did I think he was going to get this far. But I am so proud of him. He's gotten so far. He's been through a lot of emotional hell. Even physical hell, for that matter. Because he was already fit before. He's been trying to go into the military for a while. He was about, excuse me, it was a little after he turned 19 that he swore in. It was less than a month after he turned 19. I'm hoping I get to see him for my 19th birthday. Maybe even go to see him for his 20th birthday. Because we're less than a year apart. He was born February 23rd, 1999. I was born January 5th, 2000. That's less than a year. Just a smidge. A smidge under. But overall, I wouldn't trade him for anything. Girls who have been with their boyfriends for almost as long as I have, or maybe longer, you can't picture life without them. 14 months, a year and a half, 2 years, 3 years, 4, it doesn't matter. But if you're in a relationship less than a year and your significant other is planning on joining the military, just support them. You never know what's going to happen to them after that. I mean, you could expect them to be, completely different. My Austin was not that different when he got out of boot camp. He was the same old Austin I fell in love with. He still is. He is really the love of my life. I really do regret not meeting him sooner if I went to the career center. But I can't help that now. It all happened. I have him. And now it's just the waiting game, really. He is a blessing. The endless support is what he desperately needs. And that's what I'm trying to give him. I've never been so proud of anybody. But with him, we're just supporting each other. We're both independent people. I'm not relying on him. He's not relying on me. But we're also being there for each other when we desperately need to pick up. He did that for me, and I'm doing that for him. The best thing I can do for him at this point is just be there by his side. And that's all you can really do. All you can do is be by their side no matter what. I feel like the strongest bonds form out of a military relationship. Not always, but most. Mine has. Mine and my boyfriend's bond has gotten stronger. Our bond is tight now. I mean, we did have a tight bond before, but after he got out of boot camp, our bond just got even stronger. The emotional attachment when we were together, it was there. It was absolutely there. The way he looked at me and the way I looked at him, nothing could compare. The best feeling is when you're looking at your significant other in the eye, face to face. Not on a video camera, but face to face. I got to see his amazing face for 10 days, and then he was gone again. And now I haven't seen his face since the 2nd of this month. And it hasn't been easy. But all you gotta do is support your significant other. No matter what it is, you gotta be there for them. because otherwise they're going to be lost. It could be family. It could be your significant other. It doesn't matter. You gotta be there for them, no matter what happens. He's my life's greatest blessing, I can tell you that much. He really did change my life. He just he changed my life around. And when he came into my life, I didn't think it was going to last this long. But boy, was I wrong. He literally is the best blessing. And in this amount of time, he meant so much. That's what military life does to you. You realize how much he or she means to you. And in my case, he means so much to me. I don't want to let him go. So I'm not going to force things upon him. He is one of the strongest people I know. I do have friends who went into the military. I have 2 people I graduated with going to military, but this YouTube channel is about military life, period. Any military person can view this video and see they can kind of relate what I'm going through. But they do know this is worth it. This is the kind of life that is worth it. No matter what hardship you're going through, it is worth it. You gotta support. You've gotta support. That's pretty much all you can do. Is just support them for their hope and dream. My boyfriend's dream was to get into the military, and I don't know what his dream was going in the Marines in the first place, but he is living his dream now. He lives it, and he absolutely loves it. It was difficult at the beginning, yes. He was having a hard time at boot camp, and he just couldn't keep himself happy, and, well, not necessarily happy, but more like emotionally stable. He had a little bit of a rough time. He's doing a lot better now that he's out of there. All of his buddies even told me the exact same thing Austin told me. That it's a living hell. A living hell that a lot of people go through. Some people don't make it through it. But my Austin did it. And I'm so glad he did. Graduation was phenomenal. It was absolutely amazing. I did not expect that to happen, but it was great. If I could relive those moments again, I would. But just keep your head up high and support your family and support your loved one especially. That's the main theme that I usually get. Your significant other being in the military. You gotta support them no matter what happens. Because they will need a shoulder to lean on if they have a hard time. My boyfriend didn't do that much because he just didn't tell me a lot, but he didn't really have time to write. So now, since we've been together for almost 14 months, it'll be 14 months on October 13th, and just all I can say is keep your head high. They don't want you to see that, I don't know, they just don't want to see you down in the dumps. My boyfriend didn't see me with that, but yes, I was down in the dumps here and there, but I try not to express that through letters because he never knows what my tone would be. So I know you don't want him to go through the same thing that you're going through, but what if it was vice versa? Where would the support be then? But all you gotta do is keep your head high. Don't let the little things bother you. I learned that the real hard way. So, with that being said, I am going to conclude this video for tonight, and I'll talk to you guys tomorrow, and I'll have a definitely whole new topic to talk about tomorrow night. Alright? Bye, guys.